Hi there, and welcome to the weekly news on Alex Chats. The news cycle of today has never been so exhausting. Between North Korea, Russia's attempted influence on our democracy, domestic terrorism, sexual assault and harassment, and of course the 45th President of the United States, the news can often be too much to watch. Trying to understand the facts given by actual journalists while psychologically sifting through the opinions of commentators is very taxing. So I'll be here each week to discuss some news topics, stating the known facts, drawing reasonable conclusions, and inviting you to discuss with me. So don't forget to comment below and then like and subscribe so you never miss out on a week of news. Now, let's chat. Last Friday night, the 19th, at the stroke of midnight, the government shut down. The shutdown was caused by a mix of several things. For one, there was a major lack of presidential leadership, probably because they forgot to take him out of his crib and sit him at the Resolute desk. But even more than that, Congress is virtually incompetent. The only other situation where everyone can agree on what to do and not make a single move doing it is when stoners look at menus for delivery and are too stuck to even dial the number. Now, I'm not saying Congress has the same cognitive capabilities as someone who was high and stuck. I'm saying they're worse. There's been a lot of conflation happening with DACA, so let's break this down. DACA is the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals executive order put in place by the Obama administration in 2012. The people under the DACA program range from ages 16 to 35, all individuals with children well under the age of legal accountability when they were brought here by their parents illegally. According to a CBS News poll, 70% of Americans favor allowing those who benefit from the program, often known as Dreamers, to stay in the country. That's who DACA is about. It's a separate discussion from the immigration debate. However, during the government shutdown, the White House had ads and statements out saying that the Democrats preferred the rights of illegal immigrants to natural-born citizens. And even still, right-wing commentators attempt to paint them as lazy, entitled illegals. But wait, how can we agree that these human beings deserve empathy, yet still talk about them as if they are unworthy of compassion? Dreamers are a different population of immigrants altogether. Each day, hundreds of young people lose their ability to work, to provide for themselves, and to continue to contribute to the only nation that they've known. America, we're better than this. The 2018 midterm elections are coming in November, and it appears as though this may be one of the largest turnouts for a midterm election in modern U.S. history. I'm sure that these races will continue to prove what I've known to be true for years. Black women can be the most powerful voting bloc when they vote for a candidate, against them, or if they choose to abstain. But after 2016, staying home is no longer an option. Democrats and Republicans alike that are up for re-election should be nervous because this election is going to be full of surprises. And good thing it's not until November. I'll have plenty of time to get my movie snacks, kick back, and enjoy the show. A small community in Kentucky is mourning the loss of two teenagers after a 15-year-old student opened fire at a crowded high school. People gathered at a church vigil last Tuesday night in Benton, about 100 miles northwest of Tennessee, to remember those killed and injured at Marshall County High School. 14 other students were shot and 4 more were injured after they were trampled while trying to escape. This is the latest of at least 11 school shootings in the U.S. since January 1st. While we mourn and pray for those who have passed and are injured, we also have to demand that Congress take a real stance against domestic terrorism. School shootings and domestic acts of terror as seen in Las Vegas or South Carolina are more widespread than any other outsider coming into the country and harming American citizens. Will our elected officials respond and act in meaningful ways? Well, no. Not until we stand united and demand that they engage in meaningful discussions and develop laws that better protect the American public from these acts of domestic terror. This week, we learned that last June, the current White House resident set out to fire the special prosecutor investigating any potential ties between his campaign and the Kremlin. Now, the special counsel has not been fired, but let's be intellectually honest for a moment. Isn't intention important? Consider this. You are a parent or teacher, and you are trying to find out if a child has done something wrong, and at every turn, the child lies to you or tries to distract you from the situation at hand. A logical conclusion one would make in that case is that there is something to hide. The campaign very well may not have colluded with a foreign adversary. I'll wait until Mr. Mueller is finished with his investigation before I assess that. But attempting to interrupt a criminal investigation is a crime itself, regardless if you are innocent of the crime. I mean, it was in fact the cover-up that took Nixon out and not the crime itself. In all honesty, I'd rather not have this Russia thing as a distraction to the country. But even more, I don't want my president to be beholden to any foreign government, especially one that is an enemy to our democracy. This has been your weekly news. Thanks for watching. Did you enjoy the video? I hope you did. If so, go ahead and subscribe to Alex Chats. And don't forget to check out some other great content right here.